o'clock. No, it's 7:04. 4 minutes late. All right. It is New Year's Day. Working on that. Sorry about that. Today is January 1st, 2025. First day of the year, right? I still have not gotten my other channel yet. I'm in Mexico right now, taking my computer back so that I can get all that set up and have the two different channels. One for talking about what's going on in this paranormal, supernatural experience that we're having, we're not about to have, we're having right now with what's going up in the skies. Everybody's talking about it, right? They call them drones, UFOs. I forget what the other acronym is. But there's a lot of things going on, and everybody has an opinion, and nobody wants to speak straight forth because nobody wants to be made a fool. So I'm used to being a fool, and I have no problem saying what I see. Meaning, I don't care. I don't care what people opinionate about me, about what I see with my eyes. So I won't be speaking in theory about that. I'll be talking about what's going on for this coming year, and not all the odds are against us. Not all the odds are against us. We're in a time of transition from globalization to bringing things in close and governing ourselves and recognizing that there's a facade that got to come down or that is coming down, and we have to do something about it. And so, in that middle ground, that's where we're at right now. And it's going to be uncomfortable before it gets better, but it's going to get better. It's going to get better because we recognize as a whole there's a huge lie. And the time of awareness is now, right? The time of awareness is now. And we're going to be all right. No matter how bad things look, we're going to be okay. If we can accept being in poverty, accept having nothing, and maintaining strength and energy and power while we're doing it, we're going to be all right. Uh, I know how to do all of those things. I've lived them recently, and now I see why I had to go through that so that I could be ready for these times that are coming that are not going to be as difficult for me mentally, right? Psychologically. They're not going to be difficult because I've already had to endure finding strength in my nothingness. Because we're so used to having something that when we lose all that something that makes us all of the things that we own, a lot of people are going to break and crack. Apart from seeing all of these UFOs, because that's what they are. They're unidentified flying objects. They have no identity. We don't know what they are. But 2 years ago, they started calling them UPAs, if I don't have the acronym incorrect. But the reason they did that switch 2 years ago is because they knew they were going to put UFOs in our face, like they're doing and have been doing this past month of December, so that we can not believe what we see with our eyes. Oh, it's not a UFO because I was told they're not called that, even though that's what it is, and that's what people have been claiming forever, for centuries, and people have been ridiculed, humiliated, put to death, shamed, lives ruined. But those who tell us we don't see what we see with our eyes and have removed our lives from us, meaning the people, right? This Canaanite mentality is the one directing the narrative, and it's why we're at a standstill and nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows what to say because it's a psychological fuckery on the mind. And we don't want to accept what we're seeing because our authorities, which are these Canaanites, are telling us you don't see what you see with your eyes. So we're going to call it out for what it is. They're UFOs. They're in our face, and people don't know what's next, right? So we're just going to work on staying strong, right where we stand, keeping our health strong, our mind strong, knowing how to combat to keep ourselves from getting any sickness that's around, like with this fog they got going on. I'm not experiencing the fog, so I can't tell you firsthand what I see is happening. But the stronger your immune system is, meaning not the stronger, your immune system just got to be up. That's all. It just got to be up. It don't got to be stronger. It just got to be fucking up. Every time we eat a nightshade fruit, a nightshade vegetable, a nightshade seed, a nightshade tree bark, plant, nightshades drop the immune system. We can't afford that shit. So work on making sure you don't eat a high lectin diet. 40 days. Give that shit a try. Watch what happens. When you find out what the nightshades are, then you start removing that shit from your diet. You know? Legumes, gone. All grains that are nightshades. Not amaranth. Amaranth is not a nightshade. Sorghum is not a nightshade. Arrowroot is not a nightshade. I make my bread with that. So we're just not going to eat the shit that drops our immune system. I got a couple people saying some stuff. Give me 1 second. I just want to do meet and greet. We have Sam Gloves. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mr. Sam Gloves. You like gloves. Are you the guy that does the pink hand? Or that's just because that's your name? I don't know. But no, you're not the pink hand. You can't be the pink hand. On the pink hand is a pink hand. Do you have any disposable gloves, plastic gloves, rubber gloves, cleaning gloves, surgical gloves? Let me tell you something, Mr. Fuck you gloves. I don't fuck around. I'm just gonna get rid of your ass. I got no fucking time. Remove. Get rid of your ass with joy. Waste my fucking time. I'm sorry you guys have to hear that shit. I'm gonna read them in my mind before I pull them out loud. Don't waste your guys' time. What I want to talk about today is going back on my last video when I was talking about the B vitamins and how we all need these B vitamins because they're gonna power the mitochondria in our cells, which is the motors that get all operations running. What operations I'm talking about? The lungs, which is the respiratory, the heart, which is the cardiovascular, the neurology, which is our emotions and how we feel and how we sense in the world. The energy, the mitochondria, the ATP, what actually powers them. And that is with this B1, right? B1 is a cofactor. I want to talk more about these B vitamins. You know, you got your B1s and then you have what are B complex. So the best way to make this make sense is B1 is like a tree, and meaning the whole thing from the root on, right? And then the B complex is, or what we say, like the branches that stem out and do these particular tasks over here for this part of the body or this functionality of the body, right? So together we have something nice and solid, which is a tree with its full branches, expanding in all directions, meaning covering all grounds for all of those things that I just finished calling out to you. Our deficiencies that we have are because, or I shouldn't say our deficiencies, the illnesses that we have, the dysfunctions, the emotional imbalances, the racing thoughts, just the stuff that we have no control over. Like, I wish that I wasn't like this, or I wish I didn't have this problem. A hunchback is something I'm talking about, right? People who have a hunchback, it's a B vitamin deficiency. This shit is fucking for real. So if we start looking at deficiencies and B vitamins, then we start making the connection. But we have to search in that direction to get that answer because nobody's going to give it to you. But it's out there. So this brand, Objective Nutrients, is the best brand that I can speak for. I've talked about it in my last video about them, right? I say get them all. When I say get them all is get all of the, I'll explain in a minute. Let me fix what I just said. Get them all. When it comes to Objective Nutrients, they have the cleanest supplements I've found on the market, right? The capsules is the only question that I have for people who have this technology, this nanobiotech ripping through their bodies. Those who know what I'm talking about understand what I'm saying. And this is who it's directed to. Everybody else who doesn't know that we all have technology in the food system. It's going in the body and it's ripping out of some people's bodies. I'm one of those people. We have to have a strict diet where everything, the cream that goes on our skin, the the sprays we put on our body, the soaps we wash our hands with, cannot have anything that has a high lectin in it, meaning the nightshade, that will drop our immune system because then the tech runs out and runs through, right? So I bring that up because I'm particular about, I can't have some of the capsules, but some of the capsules are okay. So not all the capsules are the same that we get when we get our vitamins. Um, when I say get them all, is because we have family members, we have children, we have people we love, and everybody needs B vitamins because it's how we function and operate. Operations for B vitamins are in the gut. Our gut is damaged, and those B vitamins can't send messages up to the brain, send signals to the rest of the body. That's what I mean by we all need B vitamins because we ain't making them right no more in our bodies. B vitamins, when I'm saying we need these, is we need the B1, megadose B1s, which I use two types. I don't have one of them here. This is not my B vitamin video where I'm going to have it all lined up for you where you can visually see. But I want to bring back what I was talking about on my last video on everybody should get the methylated B vitamins, right? The methylated vitamin B complex from Objective Nutrients and their TTFD megadose B1. These are two separate categories. These are two separate categories. B complexes is one category. What I would be adding here is B pollen for people like myself who can't take certain capsules. So I get my B vitamins from B pollen. And these work different for different people, these complexes. This is for people who are not uptaking B12 because it can't turn, they're not methylating, so they need to methylate. And so because they're not uptaking B12, the neurology starts unraveling. And we need neurology to work right because that's how our thinking operation works. So I say to everybody, get this because we don't know who needs it and who doesn't. Get it, try it, see how you feel on it. If it's not for you, put it up in your cabinet because you need to see who else in your family might need it. So I like to have a toolbox of B complexes, methylated B, B pollen, and then this one, which is non-methylated B complex, just a regular B complex. This is in my toolbox, right? I'm in Mexico, so I don't have all my things here. I'm in Arizona. I live in Arizona, but I'm here in Mexico, and this is just some of the stuff I brought with me. This Thimax is called TTFD. TTFD is, give me a second, it's thiamine, tetrafurfuryl. I can't remember it. It's a very long one. You can look it up, though. TTFD. This B vitamin and the other one would be benfothymine, which is right here. I'm making my own complex. I don't suggest people make their own if they don't know what they're doing. But I'm formulating my own. I'm test driving it. I'm liking what I'm doing. I won't share that until I've done it long enough and I'm sure I got data on it. But this one right here, this Thimax B1 complex, this is what gets the power on, right? And if this one doesn't work for you, meaning you're not feeling it, or you're not feeling good with it, or you're falling asleep on it, because it's supposed to bring up energy, and if you're falling asleep on it, your body's not turning it over with something called glutathione. I don't need to explain about it. I'll put a video of the gentleman who makes this. He's a nutritional specialist. What is it called? Nutritional therapist is what it is. He makes this product of Objective Nutrients. This is his brand. He does very good data on it. I'm going to put a link of a 60-page data sheet of all the different ways to understand and use these B complexes with the megadosing of B so that people has the data on how all of this is working and what works for you. He does charge for it, but if you want it in data form, you want it on paper, that's where you're going to be able to get it. And I'll make that link available so you can see that. And he explains it in a 5-minute video, what you're getting. The other one, like I said, is benfotiamine. I have not found a clean, good benfotiamine, which is also a megadose of B1. So this is the other category, the benfotiamine, the TTFD, B1. So when I say benfotiamine, it's megadose of B1. When I say TTFD, it's megadose of B1. But they work different. They feel different. And you got to see which one is for you. And then you got to see, combined with the B complex, which one is for you. So I mix and match with my family members, and I see what's for my mom, what works for my son, and what works for my daughter. And I have my toolbox of everything good to go, and I see who needs what. And then when I do, that's what I get for them. Because we all need this energy that we're losing. We're losing energy. To lose energy, I don't mean like get up and go take a run. I'm talking about power your heart, power your lungs, power the brain, power your respiratory. I'm talking about power. We're losing power. I'm not going to use the word energy no more. We're losing power. And we got to put that power back. Let me tell you how effective this B1 is. These towers send out broadcasted signals, and these broadcasted signals can deplete the oxygen from the cell. When that happens, people can't breathe all of a sudden because the oxygen's being removed from the cell. It's being pressed out. Megadose B1, not regular B1. Regular B1 is 1 milligram, which you get in the stores. This megadose B1 and the benfotiamine megadose B1, these guys take the oxygen. Well, let me go back. There's 100 milligrams, and the benfotiamine's around 300 milligrams. So it's not just the regular dose, it's the kind of dose that's actually going to work, and you're actually going to feel the difference. It takes the oxygen from the blood and pushes it up into the cell. You feel it. You start getting your respiration back. So instead of losing oxygen and losing power and dying, like a lot of people did and have from that toilet paper 2020 event, if you know what I'm saying, without me saying, they needed oxygen into the cell to give it power to stay alive. You feeling me? That's me saying without saying. Having these in our toolbox for life is for life. TTFD is derived from garlic. Garlic has the B1 in its natural form. So that's garlic. That's in its natural state, and that's why it's so beneficial to the body for consumption. And a lot of people don't even eat it in their regular food in their diet. These B complexes, to get it in nature, we get it from bee pollen. So having garlic and bee pollen is what you make sure to have if you cannot access these because shipping ends or because we don't have money or whatever the freaking reason may be, but we can't get these to our house. We know to go look for garlic and make a garlic soup and make it taste good so it's part of your lifestyle. So it's not a chore and so it's not disgusting. You make it delicious. And then your bee pollen, I'll be showing you guys how I put that in coconut butter, or not coconut butter, what do you call it? Coconut oil. Coconut oil, you put honey, bee pollen. I'll be showing you guys my measurements to make it taste just right. And it becomes like a Nutella spread. It's not Nutella, right? But it's like a spread that you put on your bread. And I show you guys in my other videos how I make bread. So that becomes part of your lifestyle, and your body's on point. And our body's got to be on point because we got fog with shit in it. You know what I'm saying? We got fog with shit in it that's fucking up our chemistry, our functionality. And we can't afford that. So if the cells are full of nutrients, they don't pick up the nutrients that's in the environment. That's something that we don't know, but it's a fact. Oh, let me go read these and see if anybody's talking some shit before I call them out. All right, everybody's cool. So we have Altoon, who says hi back. Dr. Sharon, hi Michelle, how you doing? Then we got OF of we are losing it in thoughts mostly. And then we have STN, hello, how you doing? And OF Corina. Corina. I'm thinking you mean Corona, right? But yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I was talking about the 2020 toilet paper experience we had. And as far as we're losing it in thoughts, mostly, well, it's because our brains are becoming fucking unraveled. Our neurology is becoming unraveled. That's the problem. And that's how we get it all back on. We got to get it all back on. So, between the toxicity of them engineering drain cleaner into the food that's removing the metal proteins called enzymes to work with, they need B1 for those enzymes to work. So we're just getting our asses had to us in all kinds of ways. We're being broken down this way, broken down that way, and I'm just showing us how to start building back the fuck up, right? Countering. We need to counter, and then start changing our diet, because many people are not going to change their diet. And I get it. They just don't. My mom's not going to change her diet. So what do I got to do? I got to help her counter so she can stay alive. Today, I gave these to my mom so that she could try them. And I wanted to see which combo was for her, right? So I gave her the Thymex, TTFD, B1, Megadose B1. I gave her one of these. And then one of these non-methylated, because my mom doesn't have behavioral problems, so I didn't offer her this one. When I see people got behavioral problems that's narcissistic in behavior from moderate, light, moderate to extreme, you try this one first, right? The methylated one. Usually not methylated, and that's why they're narcissistic. Tried the non-methylated again with my mom, and my mom was about to go sit down in her room, and she said, Michelle, I can't stand up no more. I'm too tired. I can't move anymore. She just cleaned the kitchen, right? She had just cleaned the kitchen, but that was already draining her. I said, okay, mom, perfect timing. Right now, I'm going to give you I'm going to see if this is the right combo for you. So I take this one and one. My mom's up in 20 minutes and back in the kitchen. My mom don't recognize that her energy just got boosted up in her cells. She don't recognize that. And I was like, Mom, you did realize that you were holding on like to the chair and the table, getting yourself in your room, and all of a sudden now you're in here like nothing just happened? And she goes, you're right. Because she's not recognizing that her power came back on. So this is my mom's combo, right? This is my mom's combo. Non-methylated, B-complex, TTFD, Megadose, B1. What is for one person might not be for another person, but we all need these Megadose B1s with B complex, everybody, so that we have the power to combat what the fuck we're facing in the world. That's my point. So even if you feel like, damn, I bought this, Michelle told me to buy the methylated one because I don't know if I'm methylating or not, and it should just put me to sleep, well, then that one's not for you. Put it in your chest of bag of goodies. I don't know what you want to call it, but just put it in your toolbox for somebody in your family who might need it. And you give it a try. The combination of the benfothymine or the TTFD with a complex, a B complex, right? To find out which one's mix and match, which one works for you. And when you feel great and you feel the energy, then you read. And when I'm talking about energy, I'm talking about a different kind of energy. I'm not talking about caffeine energy. I'm talking about, boom, I can go work out. Boom, I feel like I can go do something. People don't even have that, you know? If you're lucky enough to have that, great, but you still need to know what's going on, how the body works, because we got fucking chemical fog coming, and you're gonna fucking need to know, because you just might lose power. This wasn't even supposed to be a live about B vitamins. It wasn't. I'm sorry. But I wanted to make sure that we understand that we ain't losing money when we buy and try with what I'm showing us because we're gonna need it for somebody. And then once they know, they don't gotta waste their money getting the toolbox. They just go and get exactly what they need because you help them. You help them find what they need because you got them in your toolbox, you know. Oh, what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about these whole drone things and what's going on and how we're going to be moving on into the future that's right now. You know, nothing's coming. This shit's already here. Shit's already here, and now what are we going to do about it? Because there's nothing that we can really do about it physically as an individual. All I can say is, as an individual, we got to get ready. We got to get strong, and we got to be mentally and emotionally prepared. And getting nutrients into the cell is how we can handle stress. We can't handle stress if the body doesn't have B vitamins. Fact. That's just fact. You look that up. Stress and B vitamins. The more stress we have, the more B vitamins we lose. So the more B vitamins we need to put in so we can combat and deal with our day-to-day stress. Because we can't get rid of the stress, but we can change how we feel while we're running through it. On a large scale, what needs to be done for what is happening in our world with this tyranny, because it's tyranny by Canaanites, and it's a global government, I can't even say the word, one moment. Global governance over the people that don't follow Satanism. People are not satanic. We have the wrong people in power because the people in power, they use signs and symbols to identify themselves. We don't recognize what those signs and symbols are, and they say the right words. They do the right thing to fill our hole in our heart because we have hate, right? In our heart, we have hate. We have ills that we haven't confronted. So that politician, that actor, that singer fills my fucking hole. I like him. That motherfucker's a Satanist, but you still like him? Boy, he fills my fucking need. He fills my hole. He makes me feel good about the words he says about the people I fucking hate. Right? Well, fix that hate. Fucking fix that hate, because we don't fix that hate and find resolve for ourselves, we're going to be misled by these fucking Canaanites who are satanic in their nature. To get these Satanists out of position, which are Freemasons all around the world, or those who align with them, like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan aligns with these Freemasons. Joe Rogan would be like, "Oh, I ain't a Freemason." Joe Rogan would be like, "Oh, I ain't a Christian. I'm not a this. I'm not a that. I'm in no religion." Well, motherfucker, you're in the middle. But these pictures we see of you with 666 on your shirt, and the way you fucking play the middle, the way you're with the president, you weren't the whole time, but now you're with the president. It's a play on the people. Joe Rogan says all the right things. He's suave about it. But I've been watching him for years. He plays both sides. You can't play both sides. It's time to pick a side and be strong and firm on that side. This is a battle between good and evil. There ain't no fucking time for watching everybody else and play the middle. We ain't in those times no more. These people, once we recognize that they ain't there for us to help us, we have to move them out of position. We have to stop participating in their events and saying, "Well, I like them for this, but I don't like them for that." Well, motherfucker, I don't like you for that, and that got to be good enough for me to push you to the side. And I got to follow a new lead, because you ain't following the lead where I'm going, right? When I say a new lead, let me change my words. I got to follow the lead I know I'm following, that these actors, these politicians, and these singers don't follow. These Freemasons who are in power, in positions of power, I should say, they need to be removed politically These politicians need to be moved legally. I had to fix my words. They have to be moved out legally for treason. And we don't do it because we favor them, because we hate them, the opposition they're fighting. They're playing good cop, bad cop. They both want your ass. They're just gonna figure out how they're gonna play all of us with the good cop, bad cop, the left and the right, the blue and the red. Same wings to the same beast that they worship. And when I say beast, I literally fucking mean it. Creature kind. Creature kind. Mixed with mankind. And this is why it has man actions. But yet it's a creature in behavior and the way you look at it when you see it. Technology runs through everything. It's running through us right now. It's running through us right now. It's laced in our bodies right now because we're in a machine. When we recognize that these things are technological in nature, when I say these things, I mean every fucking thing. Every fucking thing is technological in nature, even we are, when that's not our natural nature. It's not our natural nature, but we're being converted into becoming more machine every time. And the more machine we become, the more further away we lose Holy Spirit, is what I'm saying. And when we lose the whole balanced, complete nature of ourselves, which is whole, balanced, and complete Holy Spirit, because that's the spirit of our nature, we become dark and demonic. And that's what this machine does. It turns over natural into demonic. And we have to stop playing the middle. When we call King Joshua by his name, we're very sure of what we're saying. We're very concrete with what we feel and what we say match our conviction of how we feel about the direction that we're taking is 100. When you have somebody like Kanye West or like Justin Bieber, I'm just picking two, right? Because they're in everybody's phone feed. They love the Lord. They love Christ. They call him Jesus. Well, the enemy does too. The Luciferian satanic order worship Jesus, right? Jesus Barabbas. Jesus Barabbas, look it up. I ain't going no further with that. Yeah, that's why they can comfortably say Jesus. He's one of the Satanist saints that found victory over King Joshua. There's a difference. When we talk about Kanye West, when he loves the Lord and he talks about Jesus, well, no, I need you to talk about King Joshua. I need those words to come out your mouth so that it can line up with your conviction. So I can see who stands in front of me. So I know who I'm walking with, who stands beside me, right? Who's in front of me. We can't have in the middle half-ass shit. Yesterday I was talking to somebody at our gathering that we have for New Year's. And he was like, I'm with Jesus. And I explained the name thing. And he's yeah, but it's my conviction. I said, well, why don't you just make your words match your conviction? Why are you going to be half-assed and 50 in the middle where it possibly could be this or that? You know, you don't call Thomas fucking Tyrone. If his name is Thomas, why are you calling him Tyrone? Well, because that's just the name they gave him. No, they didn't give him that name. King Joshua's name is not Jesus. Period. Tyrone is not Thomas. Thomas is not Tyrone. Jesus is not Joshua. Joshua is not Jesus. When these actors can say that, I would love for somebody to actually say, his name is Joshua. Can you claim him? Can you claim him? Just like people claim their gangs. A gang member can't claim another gang. Well, demons can't claim King Joshua. That's my point. They can say Lord and Christ the light. They can say all these things over and over, and we think they're talking about the same individual that we are, and they're not. Don't be misled. Organize yourself. Don't expect others to become organized. Organize your shit, and that's good enough. Meaning, watch what you say and how you say it when it comes to the king's name. Flesh and blood man, a king to lead mankind through this fuckery we're in. Period. Basic two rules, two commandments. We can't even fucking do. Four commands that we're about to recognize why he said it. If we can just maintain in that little configuration, we're gonna go a long fucking way. Let's just work on that. As an individual, as a family unit, that's what needs to be worked on. If the rest of the world don't fucking get it, you got it, and that's what fucking matters. We're always worried about what others are doing. No, what the fuck are you doing? What am I doing? So this is what I do, and I'm showing you why I do it. Why it matters. There's somebody, I don't know if he's here today. Let me see. Nope, I don't have him. He wanted to know about tremors. I just saw it and I didn't want to miss this. He wanted to know about tremors on my last live. Tremors. You look up tremors and vitamin B1. It's a B1 and a B vitamin deficiency. Tremors. You want to fix tremors? Go back to what I just said at the beginning of this video. Find which ones are for you. I'm going to be doing a better video when I have all of the ones I use so that you can just buy that toolkit yourself, and then we can just be working them back and forth until we figure out which combination is for each individual. When I get my Patreon going, which I expect to be doing when I get back to the US with my computer, I'm going to be able to be there for individuals who are paying me $10 a month for you. What you need. What are you feeling? You know, what are you going through? And we can just keep going back and forth. Not because I'm a doctor, it's because I'm a fucking go-getter. I put information together. I share with you. You look that shit up. You be convinced yourself, and then you fucking feel it and see fucking results, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for results. Oh, I think that's about it. I don't know what time it is. Oh, we still got 15 minutes. If anybody got any questions, want to talk about anything, we just got to get really ready for this world, what we got in 2025. When I was saying that we have some hope, is we're going into an era of time where what's been going on isn't going on no more. People are sick and tired of what used to be, and what used to be was false and fake and phony. And people are dropping the fake, false, and phony for real, for truth, and for integrity, and putting their value into that no matter what it looks like. Meaning, you're not famous, you're not a superstar, you don't have all the best clothes, and you don't have all the best cars, but your fucking shit is real because you walk the walk and you talk the talk. I'm one of those people. I'm not saying that because I want you to follow me. I'm saying that because that shit is in the field and you can look that up. We got a 20 years coming up where it's about out with the old shit and in with the real shit. Because that old shit was fake and phony, dominating, demonic, and it's trying to still fucking hold on. And we, the people, we, the ones connected to Holy Spirit, we, the ones who are not satanic in their nature, who do not worship a Lucifer, who do not worship goddesses who want babies sacrificed in their temples, who don't have a track record of having to take life, spill blood for favors. That's done. Because there's a turnaround in this machine, and we have to really pay attention to all the past that was left for us. The next video I'm going to talk about more of what's going on outside of this machine, so we have a better understanding why it looks like what it looks like in here. Why why have we seen religion talk about what it talks about and politics play out like it plays out? Be it that politics and religion are one and the same, two sides to the same coin. We're led by, which is politics, religious ideals, not truth, right? Because religion and truth don't go together. They don't. Truth stands alone. It has zero contradiction. It breaks through everything because there's no words left for that which is lying. Where truth comes in, cuts right down the middle, breaks it right where it stands. I'm speaking this way so we recognize we don't have to walk into this year that's coming in afraid. We just have to come in strong. Strong in our faith, in whole, balance, completeness, which is Holy Spirit. Know our self-worth, have self-value, having nothing. Meaning nothing I own is more valuable than my self-worth. But because we lose self-worth as children, we don't recognize that we're trying to make up for it and find it as we grow. So some of us will do it in shopping, some of us do it and we need affection and love, and so we take any love, even if it's bad love. It comes in the wrong way, right? But we're trying to fill a void, and that void is the self-worth we lost because we didn't get the love we needed when we were children. When we recognize that, we start looking at how we're behaving, and then we make the adjustments because we recognize it comes from the past. The past nobody wants to look at. Nobody wants to look at their past. My past is why I burn fire in my present. My past is why I don't fucking let up. My past is my fuel. It's not there for me to look back and dwell with pity, because I have no pity for myself. It's the value children lose, and we're watching them, right? They don't get love when they're little, and they become these adults that are us. So to stop chasing our tail, we have to stop chasing the love we lost, that we never got, that we never got to know what it was, right? And then we start coming to completeness and wholeness in ourselves because we recognize that's the root of the problem. It's not that we hate love, it's we lack love, and that's the pain. The pain is we lack love. So love is the key. It is the answer. When we start having that self-worth, because we start remembering that little kid that didn't get that love that was us, then we start nurturing ourselves a little bit better, start giving ourselves a break, for the shit we've been through, so that we don't keep passing that shit on, because that's what we're doing. We're passing the shit on. And that's going to help us make better decisions, like not picking these politicians and favoring these actors and these singers who are talking about demons in hell. And even if they're not talking about demons in hell, where they come from, what they made an oath to, is what has to change. We all have to make a change. Everybody has to make a change. And that's what this year is going to be about. If you thought the last 7 years were rough, this one is about accepting change. We have to accept change. And if you're somebody who don't like it, it's going to be rough for you. It's going to be rougher than the rough that's already going to be out there. So just accept the change. Be ready to roll with these punches, And I want to help you guys stay nice and strong in a mentality, physicality, so that we can just push through it, push through it. I hope to really be able to make this happen the way I wanted to, by getting the nutrients and power back into your food, making your relationships better for the people that you love, for yourself, self love and appreciation. I never like saying self love. I say it and I don't feel comfortable with it. It's self worth and appreciation, because we all love ourselves. We all have a sense of love, so it don't make sense to me, right? But when I say self worth and self appreciation, self respect, when we have those things, we don't let people come trash on us. The people that we love, and we let them roll over on us. It's like, ooh, I care for myself now more than I did before. I have self worth that I didn't know I had lost and I got back. So I can't let you treat me like that. I gotta cut you off. Peace out. We're not used to doing that, and it's important. It's important to do that. We're gonna do our best to be pushing through, making things better, one step at a time, because it looks pretty chaotic out there. It does. It looks pretty fucking crazy out there, and just stay in tune, stay in touch, and stay close to the good of God, and that'll help us always follow the right lead, right? Follow the right track. See if anybody said anything before I go. Modric 10. Hey, how you doing? All right, you guys. If nobody has any questions, I'm gonna say peace out. This is Michelle Angelic, Truth and Integrity Warrior. Until next Wednesday, okay? Hang in there.